Well, Blazepoint are an engineering solutions provider making rugged equipment. Our specialist skill is in taking generally commercial off-the-shelf equipment and then using our specialist knowledge, ruggedizing it, and ruggedizing it for extreme environments. Well, DSEI is, of course, the biggest defence show in the world. So every 2 years we make a very special effort to come here, and it gives us a great showcase for our new products, some of which you can see in the background. But it's the major event in Europe for defence. Well, in this particular show we've launched a new 8.4-inch rugged tablet as a replacement for one that we previously had in the catalogue. We've launched our new range of ruggedized laptops, and we have a range of semi-rugged units that we get into the first responder market. It's about what kind of situations the product has to withstand. So, for instance, one of the other parts of our business is in the railway industry, and if you've travelled on a train in the UK, you will see the train manager, I think they call them these days, they used to be called the train guard, selling tickets using a handheld device. That's one of our products. That's a semi-rugged device for the environment, designed for the environment that it's going to be used in. As we go up the scale and we go into a military environment, then we have much more difficult specifications to meet. So, for instance, typically we have MIL Standard 461 from an EMC standpoint, and MIL Standard 810F, which includes all the environmentals such as sand, dust, water, drop, shock, vibration. Very, very difficult standards. And if I can give an example, on our A4 printer, there are some 500 different lines of specification that we have to meet. A large number of those lines of specification relate to shock, vibration, temperature, etc., etc. So it's very, very detailed, and in order to do that, the expertise that we have back at base in Oxford, including our test suite with our EMC cells, our shock and vibration tables, and the various chambers that we have for vibration and moisture, temperature testing, etc. All of those things contribute to us making a product that is rugged and meets the specification the customer requires. Now, Blazepoint, as a rugged engineering company, are interested in the hardware. We have, and we work with lots of other companies that provide software. Microsoft are our embedded partner, and we're working very closely with them to provide embedded solutions for projects that we're currently involved with. But actually, application software really isn't what Blazepoint's about. Well, I mean, this year, again, given the kind of investment that we've made over the last few years in new products, the culmination of that for this show was the new 8.4, the new 13.3 tablet, and we have some other new products coming along that I can't talk about yet because we don't want our customers to know about them too early before we finish with them. But suffice to say that Blazepoint's always looking at different ways of engineering solutions specifically for the customer's needs. The thing that we do well is a customer presents us with a problem and we come up with an engineering solution. Well, for the future, it's all about how to make something that's tough but lighter, with a lot of power, with lots of longevity from batteries when it comes to portable computing, but also making it such that you have that combination. It's always a trade-off. So I think new materials are going to be very interesting. New battery technology is going to be interesting. That's going to help us develop some interesting new products for the future. Well, we have already shipped the first batches of 13.3. They're in a number of UK programs. I can't give you the names of the UK programs for obvious reasons, but we have shipped the product. Again, to talk a little bit about its robustness, we had a little project with our intrepid explorer Pete Goss this year, where Peter took a recreation of a wooden sailing boat from Cornwall all the way to Australia. He, his son, his brother and one friend did this using just a sextant to navigate. Now, of course, they had backup electronics on board just in case, but they did all of the communication using our 13.3, and it came in for some fairly rough and tough situations, including being in 3 foot of water at one point during the voyage. But it did what it said on the tin. It actually did exactly what it said on the tin, and helped him communicate back to the outside world throughout the trip. Well, the market, which is effectively known as sort of first responders. First responders can be fire, police, ambulance. They could be utility companies. Someone coined the phrase up a pole and down a hole. That's the kind of marketplace that we're aiming for next. And that's where we have the bridge between fully rugged and semi-rugged. And we have some product that will adapt to that particular marketplace. We've now employed some salespeople in that specific area. And in fact, this month we're actually shipping some product via a systems integrator into the National Health Service for the first time. So a completely diverse from where we've shipped product before, but it's a semi-rugged tablet product that's going there. On the defence side, we tend to deal through prime contractors, most of whom are here at the show this week. That's where we get our business. We then go down to the next level, which are systems integrators, who provide the operational software, applications, etc. And then on the less rugged side of the business, the commercial side of the business, again we run through channel. Well, one of the interesting things at these shows is this is not a show where you're actually going to take orders on the day. That's not the kind of show that it is. The great thing about this show, though, it's such a great exposure to our overseas potential customers. And certainly over the last 3 days, we've had some very, very good inquiries from all parts of the world. We've already shipped product to Australia, we've already shipped product to New Zealand, and we have 2 companies there that are keen to work with us on a couple of projects. We ship product into the US, only a small quantity, but that's looking quite good too. So what we expect to get out of this show is not just a domestic business, but where we can grow our business overseas. Yes, I took the time on Tuesday morning to have a good wander around. The noticeable thing is that some of the big boys aren't here this year. Big companies like Hewlett-Packard, for some reason, decided that they weren't going to participate, which is rather strange, but given the difficult financial times, possibly not surprising. The pleasing thing is there are far more small companies here than ever before, and from all parts of the world. And I think if you go into the sort of international area, it's quite interesting to see just how many countries are represented here now.